never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking on. Got the flight. Promise you if anybody can, homie, I can. The right man, baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. Batters not taking photograph. Run it back.
About to take a banger for you, nigga.
I'll be back, make another back. Ultra fast.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Rudolph going to throw it to start out. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Rudolph. Flushed out right. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Rolling to his left. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble, and gets him a 1st down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Rolling to his right. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. To throw is Prescott. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. They'll need a big play here with Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
At the 30-yard line.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Off play action. Pickett. Open down. There's Darnell Washington.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. That's a staple in this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Quickly into the hands of Robinson.
And he will be brought down about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott looks to throw on first. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Prescott on 1st down.
That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take Cowboys here on first down on the sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7, Cowboys nothing.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Prescott to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, pulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Kick it.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have the Steelers first down as he'll be taken down at the 46.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact. and short of the sticks.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They just get the play off. Now Prescott.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there. That one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Prescott now. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. That is caught. First-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the...
It's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott.
Going to the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys' first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they can do. A first down throw for Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there.
You're not gonna have enough time, dumbass.
He's been sacked in this ball game. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be fourth down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL. And it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Play action now. Prescott. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Joey Porter Jr.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 22 and a first down.
Not just happy for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Pickett now from the gun here.
And he's got it. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Allen Robinson. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Well, they were down 6 at intermission, but they quickly erased that deficit, and Charles, now they've got a chance to take the lead.
And while being down 6 points, obviously not an insurmountable lead, tying a game up, that just relaxes a whole team, doesn't it? And now when you have the extra point and you go up, you really feel good about what you've accomplished.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And now the common sight, at least on this drive, a momentary setback there for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Prescott yet again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Here's Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He's letting it fly for Cooks.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level of what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And a throw on 1st down there. Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The terrible towels in full force now. Under pressure, they got him again. Cameron Hayward providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we were switching. first and 10. Rudolph.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 and 6.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. Forced out to his left. Touchdown!
George Pickens.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw to the defense. They had no answer for that right there.
They'll look to throw, and he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead. They got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Chandler Sullivan.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
At the 27-yard line.
To throw is Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked up by Joey Porter Jr.
And he'll get this back across the midfield. Seven-yard line.